Hello, parents. Mr. Stemple here. And today we're talking about IED concept sketching. This concept sketching activity will take the place of, well, not take the place of, but will take three, maybe four lessons for your students to complete. And the idea is that we're going to have them sketching things and probably asking for peer feedback on how they sketch things. We're going to have them do a little self-assessment to see how well they sketch things. Don't worry if they think they're not good at drawing, right? What we're talking about is being able to communicate ideas through sketching. So we call it concept sketching. It's a way for engineers to communicate easily and clearly to other people. It takes a lot of practice to get this right. I'm not so good at it myself. I have worked on it for a while, years, and I've gotten better at it. They're going to do this in their notebook, so they should all have their notebooks by now. And we're going to have them draw some things on a PLTW website, and then we're going to have them draw some things on their own from their house. So what they're going to need to do this, they're going to need some working materials, an engineering notebook, pencil, eraser, ruler, and two objects to draw. It can be anything. I have asked them not to draw their phones because these phones are pretty much just rectangles, and I want them to do something with a little bit more contour. So it can be pretty much anything else, like the computer mouse. Some people have done a computer mouse. It's got a nice contour to it. I did a flashlight. You can pick up a coffee mug or a lamp or something like that, something that's easy to draw that they can see all the way around. Just a couple of things that they can use to draw. And then there's going to be a lot of online materials as well. We're going to use the my.pltw.org website. If you're having access problems to that website, if your student doesn't have a username or a password, contact me and make sure I can get it to them because we are going to use information from that website. We'll make sure that they can have access to the information. We'll use the class website. I'm putting up an assignment that has step-by-step information of what exactly I expect from them, what exactly they need to turn in, etc. And then of course Canvas has links to all the videos and the websites and specifically lays out the things that they need to turn in. They need to turn in everything on Canvas. Need them logging into Canvas as often as possible to make sure everything gets counted. And then we'll go on to part one, which is a practice assignment. I'm going to give them um, series of sketches from PLTW, stuff that is already sketched out. One of them is this tape dispenser. Another one is a picture of a car that'll let them practice different types of sketching, different types of procedures for doing good sketching, etc. Then when we get to assignment part two, they're going to do a little self-assessment about how well they do at drawing. And there's a good article that I found that basically rates you on a scale of 1 to 10 or 0 to 10. So that's 1 to 10. So 1 to 10. So number one is you can pick up a pencil and you can make marks on paper. Right? They all can do that. 10 is everything you draw looks exactly like real life. Nobody that I know is there. So they're in the middle somewhere, and that's okay. We'll figure out where they are and try to move them up, a notch or two. And it doesn't, I'm not grading on how well they do these drawings. What I'm grading is how well they participate and how well if they improve a little bit. So I want them to improve a little bit, and I'm going to show them some techniques to do that. They're going to access that article through Canvas and do a self-assessment on how well they think they do drawing. And then assignment part three is again more practice. And here we start talking about what does it mean to be the front view of something. And in engineering, when we talk about the front view, we talk about the view that has the longest dimension and the most contour, right? So take this truck, for instance. We would assume that the front view of a truck would be its front. But when we're doing an engineering drawing or a concept drawing, its front view is actually what we would consider to be the side of the truck because it has the most contour, it has the longest dimension, it's the sort of the easiest to see the most detail on. Right? So we're drawing a flat view of it. That would actually be the front view, would be what we consider to be the side of the truck. And then if we turn it around and looked at what we would consider to be the front of the truck, that would actually be considered in engineering terms the side view of the truck because it has less information and has less detail. So we talk about that with the students and have them draw front views of the two objects that they've chosen. And then of course everything gets turned in on Canvas, and I may add a fourth part of this assignment depending on how the kids are doing to have them assess each other's work. and look at somebody else's sketch and give me an assessment about how well they think that other student did on choosing the right front view, et cetera, et cetera. And then, of course, there's always a quiz on Friday. Never forget, there's always a quiz on Friday, and I will be asking questions about this assignment. So once again, if you have any questions, as always, give me a call, shoot me an email, give me a text, whatever. If you don't understand something, or if you think your student doesn't understand something, I'm happy to explain it. I should have my office hours posted and everything. I'm recording this before school starts, so I don't know where all that's going to get posted or how it's all going to work out. But hopefully it's all good, and I look forward to doing this lesson. It should be a lot of fun.